On this week's episode, we talk about being quick to the ball, fights in the game, and some questionable parenting advice. What's up, guys? I forgot how to even do the intro.
What's up, guys? This is Wade Gaynor, and you're watching this episode
Of the Gaynor Talks show. Alright. What's up, guys? This is Wade Gaynor, and you're watching episode 7 of the Gaynor Talks show. Let's get straight into it with this week in baseball. Obviously, big uproar this week about a fight during the game. Texas Rangers, Blue Jays, everybody saw it. I was getting a few tweets from guys, young kids, guys I played with, kind of jokingly saying, "You going to talk about the fight this week?" And yes, I am, actually. So that's what we do on the show, try to stay up to date. So let's talk about this fight. It stems back to last year. Jose Bautista went deep in a playoff game in a big moment, pimped it, bat flip like we talked about in previous episodes, Josh. He didn't exactly ride it like a bat, but he flipped it, stood there probably too long. Late in the series, he gets dialed up right in the rib cage, mid-90s fastball. Gets on first base, slides hard into second. Second baseman didn't like it. Gets up, punches him. All right? There is no place in the game for fighting. I don't care what you say. It's not a joke. No place at all for fighting. All right? There are rules in baseball that the game of baseball is played a certain way. We take care of things a certain way. If a guy pimps a home run, if you pimp a home run, you know there's a good chance you might get beamed. All right? And guys throw hard, and it hurts. So when this happens almost a year later, you can say what you want. I don't think they should have hit him right there. Anybody would pimp a home run in a tense playoff game. But he's beamed. So then, as an infielder, I know that guy's not happy. So he's going to try to take me out. So Bautista slides, dirty slide. So we got a pitcher who shouldn't have hit a guy. We got a guy who slid in hard, and that could have ended that second baseman's career. Could have torn his ACL, snapped his leg in half, cost him millions of dollars, literally millions of dollars. So he gets up, he takes offense, pushes him, and then the biggest lesson is he rears back like he's going to punch him, but he doesn't punch him. So the second baseman punches him first, and that is kind of funny. All right, there's no place in the game for fighting, but if you rear back like you're going to punch somebody, you might get hit. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me.
Am I making sense? Yeah. I think so too. So there's no place in the game for fighting of any kind. But if you pimp a home run, you might get pegged. All right? Every pitcher's getting up there and he's like, "I'm going to be the tough guy. I'm going to drill this guy." I never have to pick up a bat and get up there, so I know they aren't going to hit me. So they get up there, they're just itching to beam somebody and act tough. All right? It is kind of part of the game. Pimp a home run, you might get hit. If you get hit, you're probably going to slide hard into second, but there's no reason for fighting. So that's this week in baseball. Kind of an interesting issue, I know. But yeah, we stay current here. So we're talking about the happenings of the game. Before I forget, yes, this is a different backdrop. We are in a different barn. It's still a barn, just a different one. We might be moving here. Hopefully upgrading soon. We're fighting through some elements. You might actually hear some rain. We didn't want to rain out another show. So let's get into some questions. This question comes from a brother-in-law. Obviously, I already knew his age, but thank you, Charlie, for clarifying. This is a tough issue for young players First of all, it hurts when you get hit with a baseball. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if it's moving 95 or a ground ball. It does not feel good to get hit. So, he might have good reason to be a little scared of the baseball, right? It's a tough issue. I remember battling this my whole career. After you get a bad hop and it hits you in the shoulder or the chest, knocks the wind out of you, it's in your mind for that next one, all right? Doesn't feel good. But we play with tennis balls, get comfortable catching. I would highly encourage that. Make sure he's comfortable moving his glove this way, moving this way. That helps this problem. Secondly, and this might be, I don't even know if I should say this, but I'm going to. It helps after they get hit with the ball, all right? You get hit with the ball, Josh is laughing.
Are you saying that they should hit them on purpose?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I'm not saying rear back and drill the kid, all right? I'm not going to drill my nephew, but I could toss it to him, and it could hit him in the arm, and I'd be like, see, man, that doesn't hurt that bad. And he'd be like, fight, get tough. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The plan could backfire, though, and my sister could hate you. So, I don't know. But I remember getting pegged when I was 9 years old. I sprawled out in the batter's box, and I was screaming and crying. Dad came out there, and he's like, get up. And, I got up, and I was like, and then I realized it's not cool to cry when you get hit with a ball, But I was 9. So I guess technically I was scared of the ball longer than that. I think that'll help, though. This is a great question. We hear all the time coaches saying, shorter to the ball, be quicker with your swing, especially when a guy throws hard. This is something young ball players, older ball players, everybody should know. When someone's saying you should have a shorter, quicker swing for a pitcher who throws harder, technically you should have that same swing every time, okay? What they're trying to do is limit you from, most of the time when somebody throws hard, we want to swing harder, all right? We grip the bat harder, we gear up, and we're trying to just crush the ball, all right? We're trying to fight power with power. What you should actually do is relax. I would always stand up a little taller, and you just want to use your hands. You don't want to try to do too much. When a guy throws harder, you can hit the ball further and harder with less effort. All right? I know that sounds odd, but what they're trying to do is make you quick to the ball. So I would always just think, I'm going to throw my hands, I'm going to throw the barrel quick, and I'm just going to meet this when a guy throws hard. Otherwise, we're going to gear up, we're going to get tense, we're going to swing with our shoulders, and we're going to get blown straight past us, which we've all been there. I was there way too many times, all right? But all they're saying is you don't want to change your swing. You don't want to go up there and be like, oh, my goodness, this guy's the hardest thrower in the league. I got to change everything, all right? We don't want to do that. We just want to be quicker to the ball, which means less effort, and we're just throwing our hands. We just want to make solid contact, and that ball travel. Really good question and complex. I would love for you to send in the swing. Hashtag Take a Swing Tuesday. We'll get that out to you. That way I can analyze it. But what I think you're getting at is it looks like he should be at the point of contact, but his barrel's back here. So we call that his barrel's dragging through the zone. For an 8-year-old, if he was a very advanced hitter, it doesn't sound like anything's wrong other than his point of contact is too far back, because actually the barrel does stay behind the knob and the elbow and the hands. But there's a couple things we can do. We can worry about his backside. I don't know what his backside looks like because I haven't seen it swing. But if we're not getting off our backside and turning, driving that knee forward, the barrel has tendency to lag back. Also, it could be, he's just not reaching the ball out in front like he should, not thinking about hitting through the baseball. Maybe he's thinking about just hitting the ball, not through it. That'll get that barrel to swing through the zone. but the barrel's going to stay behind, and then we fire through the zone. Okay, so it looks like he's in good position, just needs to make contact further out in front. To answer your question, without seeing his swing is difficult. However, something I would try to do is just talk to him about how he needs to realize we hit the ball with the barrel of the bat. So we have to have barrel accuracy and barrel control. We want to feel the end of the bat. A lot of times we just sit there and we don't really think about the barrel of the bat. We're just sitting here with the handle. He needs to realize we want to hit the ball with that barrel. So he should feel it like a driver. You know, you kind of wiggle it out in front of you. Wiggle that barrel out there, and that'll really get him to throw the head. We want to throw the head at the ball. But send in a video. I'd love to take a look at this swing, help you out a little more. That way I could be more specific and watch the video. But appreciate the question. So that does it for our questions this episode. What I want to talk about now is the blog part of the website. Got a huge response this week from one of our first posts. Something I'm very passionate about, the identity of ball players, how it's kind of a crisis in our game today. If you haven't seen that, check it out. All right, I highly encourage that. And I'm going to be releasing blogs from here on out. They're going to be on the website. I'll be using social media to promote those. There's no catch to this either. Just get on there, check out these articles. I'm going to be talking about faith. I'm going to be talking about swings, defense, baseball, you name it. We're going to cover it. And it'll be on the website there. And I think it's really cool. And I think it'll be a good thing everybody will enjoy. So, once again, hashtag AskWadeG. Get your questions on the show. Hashtag Take a Swing Tuesday. Get your swing on the show like this kid that we're about to check out right now. And also, check out the blogs on the website. All right? I highly encourage it, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get into this week's swing analysis right here. All right, we've got our swing for this week. I believe he's coming up to us from Michigan. And what I want to start with here is the stance is good. What we do is we drop our hands every hitter. We have this hitch naturally, especially when we're young. And what we do is we kind of spend our whole life trying to minimize that hitch. I like a hitch. I wouldn't say get rid of it. But right here, he's dropping down below his waist, and that's fine off a tee, and you can see he's driving the baseball and he's getting some air on it, which I like. I like guys that hit the ball in the air. We don't want to uppercut or hit pop-ups, but we want to drive the baseball. Obviously we like line drives, hard ground balls, but I'll take a drive in the air every time. But the first thing I see is that hitch, and a good way to do this, and this is really good for all young hitters, is when you get in your stance, take a peek back with your eyes and look where your hands are, all right? They shouldn't move a whole lot. We want that separation that we talk about every single week, but we shouldn't drop them down to our waist, drop them down to our hip, because what we have to do is just bring them straight back up. So when we get in a game, that pitch is coming in and we're late and we don't know why, and it's because of that hitch. Now, something he does well is he gets off his backside, all right? That back knee's driving, and he gets up on that back toe. But we want to hold our balance, and we want to finish our swing. He finishes the swing well, and he ends up in a good position. But earlier, I think he's worried about, putting that next ball on the tee. Every time we take a swing, there's a purpose. There's an intent on what we're trying to do. So we take our time. And this guy right here, he's getting after it in the cold. He's out at the field by himself, and he's just hitting. And that's the only way you can get better. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Outside of mental mindsets that we can teach ourselves, there's no quick fix in baseball. It's just a matter of getting out there and swinging, like this guy is right here. But my 2 tips for you is this hitch. We don't want to bring our hands down to our hip because we have to just bring them straight back up to that hitting position, which is about shoulder shoulder height. So you get rid of that, you're going to be a whole lot quicker. Other than that, the balance, finish your swing. You want to finish with your hands high, but you want to get your swing completely off. All right? You don't want to stop your finish. You want to let your momentum carry you all the way through. Past that, as you get older, your legs are going to get stronger, and that rotation with your hips is going to get quicker. We don't want to glide through hitting the ball. We want to be quick, but it's going to make you a whole lot better just by getting rid of that hitch. You're going to see that you're driving the ball, you're on time, but you've already got the intangibles, man. You're working hard by yourself, getting work in when nobody's watching, and squaring the ball up. I love that you're out there working off the tee. That's a great drill. I don't care how old you are. Love that you're hitting off the tee, driving the baseball. Just get rid of that hitch and keep that balance after you swing. Take your time between swings, and you'll be amazed just by what that'll do. Thanks for swinging. Let's try that again. Thanks for sending that swing in. All right. My favorite part of the show, giving feedback to guys that just want to get better. So what I would also like is, send your video in of the improvements. Let me know, tweet me, send me a message. Let me know how this feedback has helped you. We might not put actually, if you don't want to, I won't put the video on. I'd just like to see if you got any better, how you feel, and moving forward, if there are more tips for everybody, I'd be happy to share those with you. So send in a video of the adjustments you've made. I'll take a look at them. I've talked to a few high scores. You know how that goes. They say they watch the show, but they don't want to send in a video. Like I said, this is about you getting better. So if you don't want this on the show, you can let me know, and I'll still give you a swing analysis. Hashtag Take a Swing Tuesday. Send us your swings. We still have a couple more to get to in the future. But all you older baseball players, I'd love to help you out. Just send me a video, okay? And we can critique that for you. No problem, no catch. I'll check it out. So that about does it here. Wade Gaynor Talks Show, episode 7. We'd love to hear your comments. We have Facebook, which we're looking into about the way we interact with everybody. It's still hard to find all the questions in the videos. We get some stragglers that we find like a week later, 2 weeks later. So we're checking into that.
One of those questions today is from April.
Yeah.
21st.
One of the questions today was 4 weeks ago. So Twitter, Instagram, comment on our YouTube page, comment on our website where we have all our blogs up that we're going to keep coming out with. We love to hear the feedback. We want to engage with you, the ball player, the parent, the coach, whatever it may be. So hit us up. So once again, guys, this is what we're here for, to help you become a better player, better young man, better softball player, better parent or coach with the game of baseball. So send us your feedback, whatever it may be. So until next time, our Bible verse of the week is Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. God bless. Have a good week. Got it.